everyone to our second IGTV Live, and we're just going to wait a few minutes for people to join us, starting at 12. Welcome. If you're joining us in, signing in. Okay, so today we are in the heart of Canterbury at one of our new properties to the portfolio, and it has recently been purchased for investment purposes. The owner is from Canterbury but doesn't live nearby, so we are fully managing the property for him, and he has always wanted to buy a property, an apartment in this building because of the history and because of the connection to Canterbury for him. And the building is absolutely stunning. It's full of history, full of period features, right in the heart of the city. If I take you out here, you'll be able to see that we are a stone's throw away. So the owner is new to holiday letting, as I mentioned, and he came to us not really knowing where to start. He bought an apartment that was furnished, and although it was furnished well, it was lacking a little something special. So we have given him lots of advice and restyled the apartment to make it into a lovely holiday home. And we're going to take you up there shortly and show you a bit more about what we've done and how you can turn something that's pretty plain and so Emma's going to pop her camera just out the window so you can take the view in and fully appreciate how central we are. We've got everything on a doorstep: cafes, bars, restaurants, shops. It really is the most stunning location. And even though it's right in the centre, it is exceptionally quiet up here. And you wouldn't really know it exists unless you knew about it. So I'm going to pass you over to Rowena, who's going to tell you a little bit more about what we've been doing for the owner and the apartment.
Hi there. So I met Mark, as Nicky was saying earlier on, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and he had a big plan of doing something great with this apartment that he's been after for so long. So when we came in, the bones of the property were clear to see. They were really top end, great quality kitchen, bathrooms, good solid engineered floors, newly emulsioned walls in grey, and actually for most agents you could just probably say, you walk in, you go, yeah, we could just put this up on one of the various sites out there and get holiday letting. When I came in, the instant I felt was there was something wrong with the layout of the room. They put the sofa facing over to the TV over there and the dining table here, and it sliced the room in half, and it just felt like it didn't appreciate what was actually a really big, spacious, special room. So the first thing that I did was decide to move things around. So holiday letting is a bit different than when you live at home. When you come away, you're hopefully enjoying a little bit of company with one another. You're not focused fully about the television, so you don't have to central everything around the TV. So we certainly didn't do that here. We decided to put the sofa back against a beautiful backdrop of these original windows. So you create, as you come through the door, a real kind of, oh, I'm here, and it's, it's lovely and it's spacious and I can rest and relax. We have these sofas to work with, so we wanted to add a little bit of colour and some accents in here. The owner was quite keen on the greenery and the outdoors, so we wanted to pick out some of those colours. So matching with the blinds, we put in a little bit of mustard and teal, and a little bit of metallic colours through. So we've got some gold features, including this lovely lamp that I just adore. I can't wait to get some more. They're hard to get hold of. They're from Dunelm. And we put that with a banana leaf backdrop paper to give some kind of lift. It's also really on trend at the moment, this pattern. We didn't want to go bonkers, but it really felt like it really dressed this room, especially from this angle when you're sat on the sofa. So we also echoed that with a very bold statement rug. That's also a Dunelm rug, and it just kind of pulls the whole space together, I feel. There are some little touches as well. The owner is very much a Canterburyan from his roots, and so he wanted all the features of the cathedral and the city here. So as well as using some prints, which are some local postcards, onto a little bit of collage, and throughout the house there are pictures of the cathedral, We also found online on fy.com they do this lovely sketch of the cathedral and the city of Canterbury, which I think is quite attractive and adds something to the room. So we've got a little bit more finishing touches yet to go here, but we're going to be live with Nursery Court in the next day or two. So if you're keen to stay here, just put I'm waiting and we will make sure that you're the first to get your hands on this property. It's going to be fully available for the summer, including this next bank holiday weekend. So just coming through, some of the things that we spoke the owner about was to really spend the emphasis and funds that we had on the sitting room and the 2 bedrooms. The kitchen, as I said before, is great bones, so we've just added in a few little touches and decent faux plants to add a little bit of layer, and so again accents of green and mustard that we see throughout the house. This property has got built-in sound systems and fancy lighting all around, and really is quite a treat to be in. For an inner city Canterbury property, you've really got everything in this place. So going through, what I noticed about this apartment is it's 2-storey, and which is quite unusual. It's like having a little house of your own within a building. So coming in here, this is the 2nd bedroom, and it's quite a dark, lower ceilinged bedroom, so we wanted to really lift this one right up. And I left these out. These were the curtains on the windows when we arrived, and we thought actually we needed something to lift it. So I've gone for something that's kind of very simple with the grey and the mustard tones in here, and also echoes a little bit the furniture we've got around the dining table. They're also blackouts. So the accent in here was quite simple to lift it. We wanted to go a little bit Scandinavian. Also, that was a bit of the owner's kind of remit. He wanted that kind of feel. We wanted to add a little bit of Moroccan twist in here for some texture and some va-va-voom. These cushions here, these pillows, back pillows, if you don't have them, I mean, we're working with quite a simple IKEA bed here, great mattresses and so forth, but it didn't have the lift, and we didn't have the ceiling height in order to put a big headboard and anything to dress over the back. So a really good way to get that hotel finish is to get these 65 by 65 cushions, pillows, which add great support if you're up reading a book, watching the TV. Got a TV in here too. And then to finish off the room, we've got one of these picture shelves. You can get them from IKEA, Amazon. And then dressed it with a little bit of accents, again to pull through the house. There's the greenery, there's the connection to the tropical theme. But again, it's a little bit of a slight salute to the rest of the house. But I mean, I always go with 3 key colours when I'm thinking about a room's decor. And in here it was grey, mustard and white with a touch of greenery. And that's, as long as you stick to your tones, you can have a really, really nice look. So, the top bedroom is the master suite. Take you through to see that. You don't really expect it when you come into this property. I certainly didn't. It kind of unfolds as you go up into the property. We've got Dave here's working, our handyman, he's just finishing off. Thank you there. So, all the finishing touches, including the mirrors and these lovely little quaint little leaves, again, homage to the tropical theme that's in through the property. This is the master suite. It is particularly attractive because of the vault ceilings. It's quite unusual, I think, to have a property that's been kind of divided and cut in such a way, and to have what really is quite unusual, you know, it's just unique. This back wall and the whole of the property was completely white, and when I came in here again, it could have serviced just as it was. But I felt something should be on that wall, something to pull you in. So again, we went tropical, but this time a little bit busier, no prints, no mirrors, no details. Because you can't centre the bed easily in this room, you can't really do that with decoration. So we had a big print, and again the same beds we were working with. Lots of stairs in this place, so getting furniture in wasn't going to be the simplest, so we worked what we had, and then we've added these lovely back cushions. And one of the small details that I quite like, which just kind of fell across on the way, was the handyman was insisting that I put these up on the wall, and I actually found that I quite liked it just being quite casually there on the existing wooden table that was in the property, which was downstairs, but when we brought up here works really well with the beams, and it didn't seem to work downstairs. I think one of the things always to work with in your properties, holiday lets, however design you do, is sometimes furniture and the lamps and the lighting could be in the wrong room. You just need to experiment and move them around. The old lamp tables up here, we moved downstairs to the sitting room, and they work really well in there. So it's all a little bit of working together to pull together a great property. So the last thing I'm going to show you before we have a chat with Sonia at Channel View is the terrace. So the roof terrace in Canterbury, I just don't think there are any that are quite like this. You have your own little space of heaven here. This terrace overlooks the city. You have your private pergola. There's even an awning to clip out so that we can stay out here even on the little sprinkly rainy days. We tend for it doesn't happen, but we'll work with them. And the lights will come up at night. And if you come over here, Emma, and just show the guys, this is what you're here for. This is the view. So you can sit here from your sofa, glass in hand, and enjoy the sounds and sights here in Canterbury. After a hard day's shopping maybe, or down at the theatre, all the things to see and do and enjoy here. And then back into the cocoon inside the property. Do you have to watch your heads a little bit in here? But I think it's well worth it. So, we're going to go over to Sonia now. Now Sonia is one of our owners who's been through the journey with us. She has great eye for detail, design and service herself. So it was a bit of a different job when we went in to see her. It was just more kind of let's kind of help pull together what great ideas she has. And she's got an annex which is attached to the side of her property on the hilltops in Folkestone, and the views are to die for. Each direction that you look out for, you've got the country one side, the seaside the other. She wants to excel, give excellent service, and so when we went in, we worked with her unique setup to find the best way to offer now, to see how she's finding it now that she's with us. So Emma's going to spin us round in a second, so I can chat with Sonia. Hi Sonia.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good.
The property
Thank you so much
that you're in. The property
yes, thank you.
It's beautiful.
They're all a bit different.
They are.
So I was just telling everyone about the experience that you went through with me these days. It's only been a few weeks now you've been live.
Yep.
You've got heaps of bookings in your calendar, which is fantastic. And I just wanted to share with people about how you found the experience as an owner, starting out the first time for you in holiday letting. You know, what was it that you found helpful from us being involved?
Having you involved, we got recommended you from another person that uses you, and they said you was fantastic. I rang you, we did a FaceTime call around the property to see whether you was something you'd like to take on. But having you there with me for the whole journey has just given me the confidence to go ahead and do what I wanted to do, which is fantastic. Just to have that person in the background and the people, you're always there, you're always happy to chat. The amount of times I've called you, all sorts of times, I know, and I'm bad. But yeah, you've been brilliant for giving me that confidence, and the different ideas that you come up with when you come around the house, when you come to view, it was fantastic, about giving us our privacy, giving the clients their privacy and the people coming to stay. So yeah, brilliant ideas that we all come up with together.
Well, with the privacy angle, because I think with your property, it's quite unique because you have an annex at the side of your property with the shared entry, and they're trying to find ways in which you felt quite comfortable with the guests, but we discussed that maybe they would like a little bit more, just to give them a little bit of their own space. So you've designed a screen. I remember you've come up with painted a beautiful, nice screen so that guests can still enjoy the countryside views from their bedroom, but without actually overlooking your garden too much, which gives them as well privacy, which I really liked. And also the hot tub. So you've got a hot tub in your part of the garden, which is not open to guests, but it seemed a real great opportunity for guests to be able to enjoy it, and perhaps be a more affordable way. And so how have you found having a hot tub, and how have you made it a bit more private and work for your guests?
So what we've done, we've put like a gazebo around it, so it's got curtains, so when they're in there they can pull those shut. You suggested when you come round to put blinds up at our long windows that we've got looking out in the countryside and over the communal area that the hot tub's in, so they could be twisted again to give them their privacy. So yeah, when they're in there, you come up with the idea of, rather than having it 24/7, we don't know when they're in there, so that, and they don't know where we are. We've done it that they come in at sort of 7:30 till 9:30. My husband and I will make ourselves scarce then. We'll be in the front room with our dogs having a cuddle up on the sofa with them, and they'll be in the hot tub enjoying themselves, enjoying the bar area as well. So, and then everyone's got their own privacy going on.
Yeah, and I think that's really, it's such a unique setup. Every house is different. You can't treat them all the same. But it's something that it's the first for us. But I think it will work really, really well. And I know that, you know, there's lots of other things that we will develop over time, and it's been really great working with you. And Channel View is available now. It's booking up quick. So if you do want to have a coastal experience down by the sea, have a look at the site soon and get booked up. It's also got a pot-belly pig in the garden and a Shetland pony who wanders around. I mean, that you can't get more unique than that, I don't think. Thanks again, Sonia. Lovely to see you.
Oh, well, thank you very much for having me, and thanks again for all your help. You've been brilliant.
Right. Thanks.
Cheers then. Bye.
Bye. And for us now, that is a wrap up for today. We've really enjoyed talking to everybody and talking through what we particularly love doing, which is helping owners do things the right way, get things done beautifully, and making the most out of their home investing experience. And we'll see you next week on Tuesday. We will be sharing with you what we'll be covering again. And have a great week. Bye.